Boom, we're here today. Alright, so what I'm gonna talk about today, I'm gonna just talk about myself a little bit on like my investing style and things that I know about investing, different stocks. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm just gonna talk about red days in the market and my investing style. It's pandemic. I don't need a haircut right now. So if you're in the stock market, you already know you can lose money. Like a stock market, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna make money. There's a really good chance that you would make money over time. Time is like the most important thing. So I got into the stock market a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Started off with just $5, a little $10, and just increased it over time. Time and consistency is like the main thing. The earlier you start, and the more consistent you are, you'll hit your goals faster. You'll see your money increase a lot faster. You start developing these habits and habits after some time. Like once you start, looking into money and seeing how it's used, to see like how much leverage you can get on it and credit. And once you do your research and you start learning about it, like it just starts taking over. Like you start picking up habits on stuff, and that's where I'm at right now. Just sharing my habits that I have. All right. So the type of investing that I do is this: there's stocks that increase in value, and then there's stocks that pays out dividends. There's stocks that does both. There's stocks that increase in value and also pays dividends. Dividends are what I showed last time on the chalkboard on the board with the 9%. How much for every share that you own, it'll give you 60 cents for the whole year for that one share, and you calculate about how many shares you have, and then you multiply by how much it pays out, x, all of that good stuff. So that's what I focus on. I focus on dividend stocks that pays high, have good track records of just paying dividends. I'm That's my goal. I want to have enough dividends paying coming in that no matter where I'm at, what I'm doing, if I'm not, I don't have to be in town. I don't have to be in the country. I could be doing whatever I want, and those companies will still just be paying me every quarter, every month, every year, like no matter what. That's just the those are the stocks that I look for, and that's what I'm growing, a dividend portfolio. So the board that I showed you, that one particular stock, GAB, um, is one of my favorite stocks. I actually use it. I'm invested into it. I don't plan on selling anything in it, and it just pays me out every quarter. Every quarter, it just pays, and I just let it sit there, and I just add to it, and it just keeps paying. I use the drip feature, which is dividend reinvestment program. So it just automatically, whatever the dividend is, it just goes back into it, just producing more. So just compounding, compounding, and compounding. And I have other stocks that does the same thing with high returns. So that's the type of investing style that I do. Today, being that the market didn't do so well, it was red. I call it a red day, like everything was down. It's not a bad thing. It's a red day. It's actually good for investors. I know there's other investors, dividend investors like me and myself. Like when the market is down, that's actually a better time to buy because the price is cheaper. You're going to be getting the same dividend that you'll be getting at the end of the quarter, but just be getting at a cheaper price now because the price is lower. That's how I look at it as. Another way to look at it as, because that's just my dividends that I have, but I also have, good stocks that, that goes up in value. Those are my dividend stocks. You can have as many stocks as you want. So just to put that out there, you can have as many, you can diversify as much as you want. So I also, just to keep this example simple, I do have Apple. I do have, Target. I do have Johnson and Johnson. I do have, the big companies that, just do good over time. Tesla, Amazon, good companies. Those are the growth companies. So on a day like today, like a red day, these companies would go down a bit. Other companies, you know, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Starbucks, all these companies, they're all gonna have their day when they're gonna go down a bit. And the way to look at it as, just using Apple as an easy example. Apple, you have $100 worth of Apple. The price is averages usually the average all year has been around $100, 105, 110, maybe 95, 105, 110. It's been around there. One day it drops down to maybe $75, $60. Would you sell your phone? No. Would you buy, if Apple went on sale all products, would you buy a product if it was 60% off? Ask yourself. I would. I mean, I probably wouldn't need it, but just to show you, like, if the price went down, just for now, usually it's around 100, 110, 115, but just this moment right now, the price just dropped. Would you buy more or would you sell it? And now on the flip side is, would you sell the stock when you know that it's usually $100? Why would you sell it now when it's at 75, when you know that it's usually around $100, $105, but just right now it just drops a little bit? So that's just the logic that I'm just trying to just throw out, and that's how I look at it as, like, if it goes down, it's actually a sale, so I'm buying more of it. When it's going up, I actually just let it ride and just see my profits just go up. So that's how my investing style. I also practice dollar cost averaging. I'm going to talk about that in another video. I did on the live, but I'll do another one. It's just basically investing constantly at a regular pace, no matter if the market goes up or down. Dollar cost average. So you could just look it up. I'll talk about it on the next one, or you can listen to my podcast. Check out my podcast. I have it's all financial literacy. My website, the podcast is Big City Podcast. It's in my link. The website is bigcity.blog. And I'm heavy on Twitter. You can check me out on Twitter. Kickflip Vic on Twitter. I post a lot. I'm more active on Twitter than any other social outlet. And I will be posting some more stuff. So, yeah. That's all for today. Y'all be good.